This is a throwback video taking a look at my custom repainted quantum suits from Avengers Endgame. Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. So in this video we're going to take a look at a project I did about 3 years ago, back in 2019, when I originally got these Endgame figures. And much to the disappointment of a lot of us collectors, they were based on the concept art, so they were a grey metallic-y colour instead of the classic white that we saw in the film. So I decided to give them a bit of a paint job. Now I'm going to brag a little bit here because I was one of the first to attempt this, and I managed to get these out on the 21st of April. I posted this first group shot. It got just shy of 7,000 likes, which was really cool. Now the figures came out long before the film, and they were the kind of grey colour, as I said. I'll do a side by side in a little while. But then we got a trailer for Avengers Endgame, and we saw that these quantum suits, which we didn't know the name of them at the time based on the trailer, but we saw that they were white and not the silver that we got on the figures. So I got straight to work after seeing that trailer and repainted the figures that I had, and managed to get it out a couple of days before the 25th of April, which is when Avengers Endgame officially released here in the UK. So why am I revisiting these figures all these years later? Well, I had a bit of a tumble. A couple of my figures fell down off of a shelf, and bizarrely the only figures that didn't come off the shelf were Thor, Hulk and my Endgame quantum suits that were at the back. So I decided to take advantage of this and revisit these and do a quick video, because I did these long before I had a YouTube account or even things like TikTok. It was literally just Instagram at the time. Now these were quite straightforward, and I hand painted them all. Basically all I did was paint the silver bits white and then just added the red detail that we saw in the trailer and then later in the film. Now these figures came in a number of different ways. So we got the standard kind of Captain America that came as a single release as part of a wave, and then we got a 2-pack that included Hawkeye and Black Widow, along with a handful of other heads. So we got an Ant-Man mask, we got an Iron Man mask, we got the Nebula head. So that wasn't quite good enough for me. So what I did is I picked up 2 of those packs so that I had 2 male and 2 female extra bodies, and I picked up 2 of the Captain Americas. And then I did this custom rocket, so it was just a rocket from the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I just kind of repainted him in the same colours, the kind of sort of same colour scheme, just trying to mimic those quantum suits the best that I could on the body that I had. I didn't want to do too much work. Now Nebula was the only head that I used from that box. Let's just get some side by sides. So here we go. Here you can see what they looked like before and what they look like after. And I think that the head choices were really random, like the Ant-Man mask and stuff. So I decided to add in heads that I got from other box sets to make unmasked versions of them all. And then with War Machine, all I did is I got a War Machine figure. And this was actually like a Japanese release, I think it was. Or maybe even a knockoff. I don't know to be honest with you, but I got this War Machine and I decided to give him a bit of a repaint. I picked this particular design because it was bigger and it was bulkier, and from the trailer you could see that the War Machine armor was bigger, but you couldn't really kind of tell how or why. So yeah, that's it. They are my custom repainted quantum suits that I did back in 2019. As I said, I swapped all of the heads out. So the Iron Man, the Steve Rogers heads I got from other sets. The Ant-Man head, the Paul Rudd head, I got from another set as well. The Hawkeye and the Black Widow heads are actually really nice head sculpts, I'm not going to lie, and I used the others for various different versions of the characters as well, because as I said I picked up 2 sets. And the other character that I suppose I haven't mentioned is the Hulk. Now I'm not 100% happy with this Hulk. I used a Thanos body, a Thanos builder figure for the body, and it was brilliant. But I didn't have the other parts of the builder figure to customize, so I just used a Hulk figure. So that's why he has the exposed feet. We later saw in the film that he has kind of boots and stuff, and I have seen people out there use the whole Thanos builder figure, not just the torso, to do a Hulk quantum suit, and I think it works really well. So I might revisit this at some point. The only other character that was in this scene that we didn't see in the trailer was, of course, Thor. Now, for obvious reasons, they didn't show him in the trailer, and that's why he's missing from my collection, because these were all done based off of the trailer and the early sort of trailer that we saw for that film. So I'm going to go back and revisit these now that I've got them out again, and I'm going to add a Thor, and I'm going to revisit that Hulk and get the rest of the builder figure to give him a full quantum suit. But yeah, I love them. I think they photograph really well. I took another photograph just because I had them out. So this is the photograph that I took recently. Nothing special, but they're just a lot of fun to play around with. And I'm surprised that, you know, in what, 3 years that it's been now, Hasbro haven't gone back and kind of repainted these like they do with a lot of the figures. They kind of give us an updated, more screen accurate version, but for some reason the quantum suits, they didn't. And I suppose that's maybe because they're not in the film for a huge amount, and those collectors that did want to repaint them eventually did end up repainting them. I saw so many different versions of this repaint come out after the film, and most of them look the same because essentially it's painting those silver parts white. But if you have those grey ones floating around, pull them out, give them a try. They look so much better white, and they really stand out on your shelves. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe, all those things, and I'll catch you next time.